Welcome back here to the big show. They crashed President Obama's big first state dinner at the White House the other night. The party may be over for this fame-seeking couple if they face legal charges, though. I've been trying to get a lot of money for these interviews. Criminal defense attorney Mercedes Colwin and trial attorney Kelly Saindon join us now to talk about what could happen to them. Welcome, guys.
Morning.
Nice to see both of you.
Great.
So what could happen to them if you had to prosecute these people, and if they're lawyered up?
We don't say lawyered up.
By lawyers, Clayton.
Help
It's
me out.
understandable here.
If they're lawyered up now and you have to go after these guys, can they be charged with anything?
Absolutely. I would say that they made affirmative misrepresentations to get in, so they made false statements to authorities, law enforcement authorities.
That being Secret Service.
Correct, protecting Secret Service. I would say they trespassed because they came with the intent to commit a crime. They came knowing that they were crashing the party and that obviously there's security detail around the president. Potentially breaking and entering, because once you cross through a threshold, it's simple as pushing a door open. You can be charged with breaking and entering.
Let me play this little soundbite from you from Geraldo last night. This was a family friend, Casey Morganow. He says they thought they should have been there. Take a listen.
They have said and have been saying that they did have an invitation and that they have proof of that and that they were cleared with the White House.
Bouncing off what Kelly said, Mercedes, is that good defense? They thought they should have been there?
Sure. I mean, two things. One, they can say it was consensual. It's like someone walking up to your door who doesn't have the right to be even crossing that threshold, and you open the door and you let them in. They had an exchange with Secret Service. That Secret Service person let them in. So is there consent? You see all these great pictures. They're standing with Joe Biden. I mean, he looks pretty happy to be standing next to Mrs. Salehi. That certainly that's something that's going to come forward and say consent, number one, and two, if there is the intent, and Kelly's exactly right, is there an intent to defraud, to come in and to actually break and entering? They can say, well, we have justification. And frankly, Clayton, these individuals went all out. I mean, this is something that's so open.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not like they're slinking in the back rooms. And no, these are individuals who are out there before the press, taking photographs, posting on Facebook. If their true intent was to crash and it was unlawful, they certainly wouldn't have gone the way they did.
Yeah, isn't that a good point? I mean, these guys had, they had pictures on their Facebook page within an hour of the party. They were obviously after something, and we now know they're asking for hundreds of thousands of dollars to get an interview. Does that make your case sort of open and shut?
No, I don't think it makes the case open and shut, but I think that, again, I would still prosecute. I would absolutely... I'm sorry, I'm not following how it would make the case open and shut.
Well, I mean, it was obvious that they were trying to do this.
That their
motive was to defraud these people, to get in there, to trespass, to then use it to make money off of it. Isn't that obvious?
Sure, they're publicity seeking. I absolutely agree with you. It's obvious. And I disagree about consent, because if it was under deceitful ways, if they snuck in by affirmative representations or misrepresentations, then yes, I think it does make the case a lot easier. And to say that they have proof, where's the invitation? Anyone I know that's been to the White House keeps that, frames it,
yeah, they couldn't find it. They couldn't find the invitation, Mercedes, and they wanted all this money. Does that make your job of having to defend these people a little bit more difficult? They come right out and they want to make money?
Well, it is a little more difficult, sure. I'll give you that to both of you. But it still comes forward, and it's going to be the exchanges they had with those individuals that let them in. Secret Service is really, the one who's on the hook here is Secret Service.
Yeah.
Because obviously they were allowed in, and that's really what's going to be the issue.
You guys hang around. We'll get you some coffee in our green room. You guys hang out, because coming up next hour, we're going to be talking with you guys again about Tiger Woods and legal ramifications there. But first, there are new details.